Air components have particular advantages, the Foundation for Strategic Research in Paris explained in a 2019 study. The first is accuracy, which is currently much better than sea-based ballistic components. That's the reason why, if it can participate in the full spectrum of nuclear missions, it's invaluable either for warning execution or for limited and tailored planning. In other words, the nuclear-armed Rafales gave Paris the choice of its intention to wage nuclear war or carry out a limited atomic attack. All without providing the location of a more powerful submarine. Poker is the mechanism by which the French Air Force trains this particular atom. But there are also components. Every 3 months, dozens of fighters, tankers and radars of the French Air Force take off at bases across France, form over the Atlantic Ocean, then split up and practice breaking through air defenses and dropping bombs on French soil. These quarterly drills, code-named Poker, did not prepare French troops for nuclear war. They were also an important boosting tool as France aimed to fill the time the United States was destabilizing in Europe. France's vital interests now have a European dimension, Macron said this February. He invited France's European allies to join the French military war games, possibly including poker practice. European partners who wish to do so will be able to take part in exercises with French preventive war games, Macron said. It is not clear what exactly this means. It is also unclear whether any countries have accepted Macron's invitation. But the offer is still there, and the opportunities are plenty. France pretends to go nuclear 4 times a year, and it shows no sign of stopping. According to the London-based International Institute for Strategic Studies, the latest poker involved a nuclear strike force including a dozen French Air Force Rafale fighter bombers plus 3 air tankers, C-135FR or A-330, and D-3 radar planes. The defense force includes 8 warplanes, either Rafales or Mirage 2000s, plus at least 1 tanker. The plan was to form an assault force from several bases off the northwest coast of France. The tankers would then drag the fighters south to the Franco-Spanish border, then east across France into the Mediterranean Sea. There, the nuclear Rafales would split up from the E-3 and tankers, drop to low levels and attempt to get past fighter planes and surface-to-air missile systems before simulating a nuclear strike, most likely via the 300-mile ASMP Scramjet cruise missile. When the United States under President Donald Trump began to withdraw from international alliances while also increasing the production of new and provocative types of nuclear weapons, French President Emmanuel Macron began to engage in a kind of atomic diplomacy. America's European allies could once rely on American nukes for deterrence. Macron and his government have urged them to look to France. The French government rarely announces poker war games, but made an exception in February 2019. We Europeans cannot remain spectators of our own security, said Defense Minister Florence Parly. Weapons will become dolls. French policy prohibits warplanes from carrying live nukes during peacetime. Poker war games usually follow the same basic plan. The duration of the assailants' surprise attacks, up to 4 hours, corresponds to the time of the flight from the French base to Western Russia and back. Paris began organizing poker drills shortly after forming an aerial nuclear strike force with Mirage 4 and C-135FR bombers in 1964. The Paris nuclear deterrent also includes 4 French naval submarines, each with 16 M51 intercontinental ballistic missiles. The French Navy's Rafale fighter, which flies from the fleet's sole aircraft carrier, can also carry nukes. France's atomic arsenal includes about 300 warheads. France's nuclear power structure is unique in Europe. Where Britain deployed all its atomic weapons on submarines, France stubbornly defended airborne nukes.